So you wanted to really dig into this Real Madrid loss to Lille, huh?
Yeah, their first loss in 36 matches.
It's kind of crazy, right?
Absolutely. It's a huge deal. And
Like a team on this record-breaking streak,
yeah,
and then suddenly,
brought down.
boom, brought down.
Yeah.
So we've been looking at match reports, expert analysis, even some fan reactions. Wow. Are they passionate to try to figure out what's got everyone so fired up about this loss?
Well, it's not every day the reigning champs get handed a loss like this.
Exactly.
It really makes you think, I mean, was this just a fluke? Or are we talking like deeper issues with the team here?
Yeah, that's what we're going to try to figure out,
Yeah.
right? We're diving deep into all of that today. I mean, for perspective, their last competitive loss, you ready for this? January. We're talking almost a year of straight wins. A
Incredible.
14-game unbeaten streak in the Champions League alone.
Yeah, and Lille, playing on their home turf, they really brought it.
They always do.
They've won 7 out of their last 8 international games at home.
Yeah, they're no strangers to winning at home, that's for sure.
Right, exactly.
But I think what's really interesting is how they did it.
Yeah.
The sources are describing Lille's game plan as just relentless pressure, a super fast tempo.
Yeah, they were just all over them.
Yeah.
It was like they were playing with an extra man.
It's like, imagine you're a Real Madrid player, you're used to calling the shots, right?
Right.
You're used to dictating the game, and suddenly you've got 2, 3 Lille players on you constantly.
All the time, yeah.
You're forced into these mistakes. You have to rush your passes. It's got to be unsettling.
Absolutely. And that's where Jonathan David just comes in.
Oh, yeah.
Just before halftime, penalty kick. After a handball by Real Madrid's Eduardo Camavinga, goal.
1-0 Lille.
1-0 Lille.
And David, I mean, he's been on fire lately.
Oh, he's hot.
Like, this goal keeps his scoring streak going.
Yeah.
He's definitely one to watch.
For sure.
This wasn't just like a lucky goal, though, right?
No.
I mean, the analysis we've been looking at is really saying Lille was outplaying Real Madrid like consistently in key areas.
Yeah, they weren't just getting lucky.
This was a calculated upset.
Absolutely, really exploited Real Madrid's midfield.
The midfield, huh?
Cutting off the passing lanes, forcing those hasty decisions we were talking about. You know, the sources really point to that as a major factor in Lille's win.
So we've got ourselves a tense situation here. Reigning champs trailing at halftime.
Right.
And let's just say Coach Ancelotti was less than thrilled.
Yeah, he did not look happy.
I mean, the guy looked visibly shaken.
Yeah.
I mean, one of the sources actually used the word worried
Oh, wow.
to describe Ancelotti
Yeah.
after the match.
I can see it, especially like when you look at what he said after the match.
Yeah.
He actually compared this loss to that defeat against Atletico Madrid last January.
Huh.
He said, and this is a direct quote,
Okay.
"When we lost the derby last year, it was a fantastic wake-up call, and I hope this defeat can be the same."
So he's hoping for a repeat, basically.
Yeah, right. He wants them to use this loss to learn from it.
To get better.
Exactly.
So he sees it as more than just like a fluke then.
Yeah, he's not brushing this off.
He's actually worried that this loss, it exposed some deeper problems.
That's what he's saying, yeah. Like, okay, team, we need to treat this seriously.
Because that's the thing, right? Like, that loss against Atletico Madrid last year,
Right.
it really did light a fire under them.
Yeah, it was like a turning point in their season. They went on that incredible run.
They did. They really did.
Ancelotti's clearly hoping for that again.
Hoping for a repeat performance. Well, let's get into it then. What has him so concerned?
Let's do it.
I mean, the sources are mentioning things like ball control, transitions, intensity, losing duels.
Fundamentals.
Yeah, these aren't just like minor details, you know?
No, these are the building blocks of their game. And they're usually so good at it.
Exactly. That's what's so surprising, right?
Like Real Madrid we're talking about.
They usually dominate in these areas.
Right, so to see them struggle.
It's unsettling.
Yeah, Ancelotti's basically saying they were outrun, outmuscled,
Outplayed.
outplayed. It wasn't about 1 or 2 players having a bad day.
Right.
It was like the whole team was off their game.
And it's not just Ancelotti saying this, or like the analysts, right? We've got sources here from the Real Total Live ticker.
Oh, boy, the live ticker.
Which, I mean, if you don't know, that's about as diehard Real Madrid as you can get.
Oh, they don't hold back.
And they were not shy about criticizing
Oh, no.
the team's performance.
Yeah, they were calling out that lack of precision.
The late surge of energy that
And
really
went nowhere.
it amounted to nothing.
Poor Camavinga.
Camavinga having a rough first game back.
Rough is an understatement.
Yeah, those live ticker comments were brutal.
Brutal, but honest.
Calling out some players by name. I won't repeat it here.
I'll wait for the best.
But it makes you wonder, right? With all this negativity, I mean, are we seeing the start of a downward spiral here
That's the question, isn't it?
for Real Madrid?
The million-dollar question.
Yeah.
And to answer that, we've got to look at what's next for them.
I bet they'll bounce back, though, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's Real Madrid.
That's what you'd think, right?
Yeah.
But their schedule
The dribble.
does not let up, not even a little bit.
Not at all.
Next up, a La Liga clash with Villarreal.
Ooh, Villarreal. That's going to be a tough one.
Yeah, they are not easy.
They're known for that midfield control, right?
Exactly. And we just talked about how Real Madrid looked vulnerable there.
Against Lille. Exactly.
That's going to be a real test for them.
Huge test, yeah. And then
Aaron.
the Champions League rematch against Borussia Dortmund.
Oh, man.
Talk about pressure.
If they were feeling the heat before the Lille loss,
Forget about it.
yeah, this is like next level pressure now.
Because Dortmund is no joke.
No joke at all. They're
They can score.
gonna be all over Real's defense.
Yeah, we saw how much trouble Lille's pace caused them.
Exactly. Dortmund can do all of that, but like times 10.
Yeah, with way more firepower.
Way more firepower.
Okay, so Villarreal for the domestic test,
Mhm.
Dortmund for Champions League pressure.
Big time tests.
Wow. Okay, but there is a little bit of good news for Real Madrid fans out there, right? We got to talk about Mbappe.
He's back.
He's back.
Came on as a substitute in that Lille game.
Everyone's wondering, is he the answer?
The magic solution.
Like, Mbappe's back, everything's fine, right?
Let's not forget, even with him on the pitch, they couldn't turn things around against Lille.
That's true.
And as amazing as he is,
He's one guy.
he's one guy. He can't fix everything.
It's a team sport.
Exactly. And the problems they showed, those run deep.
That's what it comes down to, right?
Yeah.
It's not just about one player
Nope.
or even one bad game.
This loss, it showed some cracks, you know?
In the foundation.
Yeah,
Easy to ignore when you're on a 36-game winning streak.
exactly. You're not really looking for problems when everything's perfect.
Right, exactly.
But those cracks are there.
So where does that leave us? I mean, we really dug into this loss, the tactics, Ancelotti's concerns, even what the fans are saying.
They did not hold back.
No, they did not. And it feels like it all comes down to this. Was it a fluke? A wake-up call? Or are we watching the beginning of the end here for Real Madrid?
It's impossible to know for sure, and I think that's what makes the next few weeks so exciting.
Oh, yeah,
Those Villarreal and Dortmund matches are going to tell us a lot.
for sure.
More than any analysis ever could, really.
Way more. Well, there you have it, folks. A deep dive into Real Madrid's loss and what it all means. It's a story without an ending, at least for now. So keep those questions in mind, keep watching the matches, and hey, maybe we'll revisit this later in the season to see how it all played out.